There goes the last DJ. Anyway, the music stops when I hit the record button, you see, because I run the Spotify through my phone. Anyway, one of my favorite Tom Petty tunes, rumored to be about legendary DJ Jim Ladd, although I don't know that to be 100% fact, but I've never heard him deny it. And if you knew Jim Ladd, or knew of him, I won't say I knew him personally, but if you grew up listening to Mr. Ladd and you listen to the lyrics of that song, it certainly makes sense that that's who it would be about. Anyway, Jim Ladd was a legend in California, man. Known for a syndicated show Interview as well. Interview, I should say. Materfamilias, barrel aged imperial stout. This is the 2019 Rye whiskey barrel aged release. I'm sorry, that was 2018. This is 2019. You can tell the difference because the 2018 says MILF. Well, the 2019 is politically correct. Apparently, she grew up and changed her ways. Just no longer whoring around. Anyway, I went too far right there. Tom, you went too far. I can't tell you how many videos I've done where somebody will remark, sometimes it's even a year or so later, and they'll say, you said something, and I have no idea. So I got to go back and watch that video. I have no idea. And most of the time, I have no idea what I'm saying. Things just come out. Our Single Barrel Materfamilia series highlights the unique qualities that each barrel type brings to the Materfamilias program. Aged for 8 months in Willett Family Distillery rye whiskey barrels, this beer gains prominent notes and aromas of fresh-cut grass, baking spice, sweet cherry, and a firm charred oak. This special release is a look into the blending that determines the character of the ultimate Materfamilias release that also stands alone as a unique drinking experience. So there you go. Let me put that bottle back up here. Oh, there goes the last DJ. Wow, that's nice. That's very nice. I poured a little more in there than I wanted to. I wanted to stop it short about there, but I got a little more in there than I planned. Poured with such a gorgeous head. I'm going to pick up that bottle again. Now, they say to look for certain notes here, but I'm getting something different here. Prominent notes and aromas of fresh-cut grass, baking spice, sweet cherry, and charred oak. Well, I won't say that stuff isn't there, but I'll tell you what else I'm getting above and beyond that. I'm going to say dark chocolate. No, it's like a 70% dark chocolate on the nose. Now, they mentioned baking spice, but I'm also getting herbal notes like anise as well. The very light vanilla. So stipulating that all those other aromas and flavors they say in there exist, I'm going to tell you what else I get on top of those things. Oh, that was gorgeous. Oh, the finish is incredible. But let's talk about some flavors. I'm skipping ahead, man. Oh, that finish was gorgeous. Finish is very, very oaky dry. You do feel some of that char that they talked about for sure. But also, again, they don't mention chocolate. I really feel chocolate in a great big way. It's a very dark chocolate with that very slight chocolate bitterness. They mentioned cherry. Cherry. Specifically, they said what? Sweet cherry. Okay, I'm going to take it a step farther. This says sweet cherry. Sure, why not? I'm not going to disagree with that. But it has that that dark candied cherry feel. You know, like that fruitcake cherry, if you know what I'm talking about. As well as you might get other. You know, I also feel like I'm getting some raisin and date in there as well. It's like that sweet candied fruitcake fruit, if you know what I'm talking about. What's very interesting, though, is as big and rich and decadent as this beer is from top to bottom. Whenever you have a beer with that much going on, you do have the danger of becoming a little bit too sweet and certain notes becoming cloying. I'm also picking up ginger that I did mention earlier that they don't have listed there. But anyway, but it's a fresh ginger. The finish is really what makes all those flavors. The aromas are spectacular, but it wouldn't work and the beer would fall flat if that finish wasn't so spectacular. You've got that rye barrel, that the oak really just cleans it all up. You got that very slight barrel spice at the end, and you do feel a little of that rye spice, but that's more in the middle, and that's probably where I'm detecting the ginger from. You do get a little vanilla, but it's not like bourbon vanilla. You know, you get a good bourbon and you're gonna feel a lot of vanilla. And here you do have some, but it's very light. It's even further down the line than supporting player. It's just there in the cast. You know, it's down the line a little bit, but it's there. Oh, this is freaking gorgeous, man. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, just the flavors are just so spectacular. Uh, I just been going over some of my favorite tunes. One of my favorite Nazareth songs was "Gone Dead Train," and I don't guess I ever knew who wrote it. And recently, I looked it up, and it turned out that it was written by Randy Newman, which surprised the heck out of me. George Thorogood also did a cover of it back in the '90s, but Nazareth did it on the Expect No Mercy album back in the '70s, and it was just a heavy rocking tune. I wouldn't have thought that they didn't write it. But you listen to the original Randy Newman version, which is more of a blues tune than, of course, the Nazareth version. Yeah, it's good, and you can see how I would imagine how they listened to that original tune and said, "Hey, we could do something with this." But then I had Nick Lowe's cracking up. I laugh, but it's wrecking me, wrecking me. I don't think it's funny no more. Cracking up. It's been my theme song lately about my current state of mind. Anyway, and then I had the Long John Baldry. Don't try to lay no boogie woogie on a king of rock and roll. Now I gotta be honest. I'm not sure. I mean, I was a big music geek as a teen, but I'm not sure I was familiar with that song until recently when it showed up on a blues playlist. I listened to a lot of blues, a lot of contemporary blues mostly, and listened to it too. Man, how did I not know that song existed? Because it has become, one of my most favorite songs. It's one that I can just play over and over again. I just love that too. Don't try to lay no boogie woogie on the king of rock and roll. Anyway, I do a little headbanging thing there. My wife makes fun of me when the song's playing and I'm in my chair there. I'll be doing that. Anyway, I digress. And that's what a beer like this does to you. It makes you just talk incessantly. And not that I need much help, but yeah, it just makes you feel good all over. Mm. But I was looking for something as we creep into the new year. I was looking for a beer. I wasn't looking for that one beer that I want to either start the night or finish the night with, but I wanted to find something just to relax tonight. Again as we creep into New Year's Eve. But then I found the 2018 and the 2019. I thought I want to give those a shot. So anyway, here's the 2019. Oh, and it's gorgeous. I doubt if they have any left, because if I was kind of surprised when I was able to pick it up. It was a little bit after they did a release party allowing folks to buy these, but I'm gonna have to go back there tomorrow or the next day sometime. If they have any left, I'm going to pick it up. It really is that brilliant. So there you go. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, pervert wisdom man. All around good guy. Cheers.